to go to the club no more is because y'all don't dance. Like we did not have years of dub smash and Triller just for y'all to be in there shaking y'all ass. Then it's like move something other than your ass, bitch. Then half of y'all be trying to stand around looking cool and shit like y'all in VIP. Bitch, you're on the dance floor, move around. Like when I be in the club, I be t-shirt, fist bump, chapstick. Like that's the type of time I be on. Y'all just standing around and shit. Then bitches always got their phone in your hand. Bitch, how many times you gonna take a picture of your fucking tequila rib? Like, bitch, come on, like, do something. Like, y'all be in the club for an aesthetic. Y'all don't be in there to have fun, then come home and be like, oh, me in school, toe up, we had a blast. You toe up from standing in the corner? You toe up from recording your six friends twerk all night and ain't did shit else? You toe up from that? You ain't did shit. Then you bitches don't wear heels no more in there looking like a goddamn referee. The reason why don't nobody want to go to the club no more is because y'all don't.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I was just talking to some friends about that where I'm getting over all of these spaces that don't even have a designated dance floor, you know, to move around. And when people go out, they're always on their phone taking videos, taking a million pictures of the same thing instead of living in the moment with their friends, excuse me, with their friends and having a good time. I like that's the reason why I want to go out. Like I can drink anywhere, so it's not necessarily to drink. Yeah, that helps sometimes enhance
Yeah.
enhances, letting you loose, but I want to listen to good music and dance and meet people. It's a vibe. It's a social thing. Dancing was always that, and we've kind of like lost that now.
That's why I don't like everybody always asks me, they said, why don't you go out no more? I said, I don't go out because first of all, there's two different ones. It's kind of the same in different areas, but some of the biggest party hubs is Los Angeles and Atlanta. We know that. Of course, you got Miami, New York, and etc. But those are
Yeah.
the big ones. When you go to Atlanta, Atlanta was back then it used to be fun. Both of them used to be fun. Back then was fun. Like we used to have regular house parties. We used to go out like to this brunches. The brunch ended up turning into a little get together party. Then it's after party to the brunch. Then we head out. It was
Mhm.
an event. But now, even like, when you go to the club, everybody's on their iPhones or, Android, whatever phone they got. Everybody's taking pictures. Everybody got to have a bottle section. And I'm like, y'all paying $800 for a bottle that you can go buy at the grocery store down the street for $20. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then in addition to that, it's like even the energy is not there. The people are just not nice no more. And if you've ever, and I've told people, I said, you got to go to the club or one of these places when you don't have nothing, no drinking, no edibles, no nothing. Just go there and you will see that the energy is just not good. I've had people intentionally bump into you that make you notice them, or people like their faces are very mean. People are very nasty towards each other, but when you have like the alcohol or something or whatever, you don't feel it. You like kind of
Yeah.
go with the flow. And that was to me, I said back then we didn't have to do that to have a good time. I don't
Yeah. I've even noticed myself, like, if I'm in that space, I'm like, I need a drink because I cannot be in this environment sober. And that's
yes.
like not necessarily the best, best thing. But yeah, people are just it's almost like a competition when you're in the
Mhm.
club. Like, who can be with, the hottest click or, what they're wearing, or yeah, I'm in VIP. And it's just like I don't care about that. Like, in my head, I keep thinking that, going out, I'm like being able to like meet people and like actually vibe and dance. But it's just, it's become a whole different world. And so that's why I prefer more like intimate bars or speakeasies or lounges that are just more, um, just, yeah, have a better environment and vibe than the traditional like going out because it's not the same,
And it's a
But if
little more professional. If a little more professional, the energy's a little better. Like even when you go to like when I went to Ibiza, man, I was like, I have never seen. Everybody was like dressed up. The music was good, and then I forgot the name of the club, but it was a club within a club within clubs, and so it was so every
Clubception.
every room has different music. and different people, and the vibes change, the outfits change. Then you have the main dance floor where everybody go to, and then you had the massive dance. I'm telling you, it was such a good time. There was no fights, there was no cattiness, there was no mean energy. The drinks were good. I was like, this was just a great time. Like that's why I travel overseas and like I party over there. In America, I think that the party is done. I think the party's been done since probably 2017. That was the last time I seen really good parties. Latest before COVID, like 2019. Once that happened, I think everybody's relationships and everything changed,
Yeah.
and their energy changed as well.
COVID was a huge part too.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I even had a friend, he's a bit older than me, he's seasoned and he was in, kind of the going out scene for a long time, and he came back out to LA and was like, "What happened?" He's just like, "Nothing's the same." He's like, "It is totally different." I was like, "Yeah, it's hard. It's just like that's why I think a lot of places are not lasting as long anymore too. They're going out of
yeah,
business. And now the thing is like people are just doing events, where it's like once a month people who know what they're doing and how to throw a good party, they're doing kind of more of this pop up and renting out spaces to, have that vibe again. But it's not like you can just like go every weekend to the same spot anymore.
yeah. And that's what's very unfortunate. I wish I don't know what needs to happen, but I think that overseas is pretty much taking over that market now. But you know what? Let's go to the comments as usual.
All right.
What's going on podcast was the person that posted this. She says the reason nobody wants to go to the club anymore is because people don't dance. I had info on the go comment. I said she was spot on with this. Find someone
Mhm.
that's what I've been saying all along. Volve 28 says t-shirt, fist pump, chapstick took me out. Monique, the coach, she definitely born in the wrong generation. Late 90s, early 2000s was the time. That was the best time.
Mhm.
I remember you can go to a party and you can party all day and you don't come home to like 8 a.m. the next morning. I remember those days. I was just like, it was so fun. And then everybody, you get up, you go to brunch at, at 12 noon, and everybody there that was at the party is there. It's like, I remember those days. They used to be fun. Jalissa Turner, facts. I love to dance. I miss the club days. Sharon X. Barron, this is so true. Everybody just standing there staring at each other. I don't give a F. I'm going to dance and start to follow the leader. Clock that. I'm me, Kelly. People don't dance no more. All they do is this. Miss Lily 74. So true clubbing in the early 2000s up until 2012 was real dancing. I stayed 130 pounds with nice legs for years because I stayed on the floor with my husband. I would say actually from the 90s up until like 2000. I said that's why I did say like 2015, 17, like around that time is when things kind of was
Yeah,
starting
it
to
just
die
started
down.
kind of declining.
Yeah, and
But
then
that's
when
also technology. Like I said, now everybody was like started to get more attached to their phones. Phones were getting
yes,
smarter, and people hid behind their phones instead of, interacting with other people.
and everything's so social media driven now. So everything's like
Mhm.
social media, social media. I'm just like, you guys, put down the phones,
Yeah.
grab a drink. Don't do anything with social media. Don't do anything with your phone. Don't answer text messages. Just have a good time. Be in the moment. I think that's what people are not realizing no more. They're not in the moment anymore.
No.
And then even when you do get in the moment, there's always those few people in the club that want everybody else to have a bad club experience because they're having a bad club experience. So for me, that's just one of those things. And then last, I'll read a couple of more comments before we end this segment. Raw stars, them 2000 babies. This the bum generation. I'm a 90s baby. We party.
Hmm.
The real Lambert. I don't even know how to say that. I only go out with females that stay dancing with me. I agree with that. And then we'll read his because he has a lot to say. As Levy, the last time I went to a nightclub, I was laughing at people at the club. It felt like watching IG reels, but you go to see the outtakes too. So much fakery. I'm blessed to have been an 80s baby. That is so true. That is so true. I've seen people do that. They're like, oh, I'm having a good time. And then I'm like, you just had a fight with somebody in the bathroom.
Yeah, they're like living it up, and then you're all like, it's like the total opposite
So the
stuff
total opposite
that
of what
makes it.
really happened. So it's just very fake. But you know what? We'll go ahead and end this segment. Tune in next time for another edition of Info on the Go. Please like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.